Hey everyone, welcome back. Dev Spider here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and jump into the next mission. So still working our way through Olympus, making some pretty good progress so far. So right here we just finished Ice Storm Expedition. Gonna go straight into Deep Vein Extraction next. Right here, this 2 skull 1 day mission. 150 Ren on the reward there, so let's go ahead and jump on that.
The Assembly are new to Icarus, but if their track record's anything to go by, they'll be running the place soon enough. They think they've got a lead on some exotics, and the Lagos unit's cleared you to start hunting. Congratulations. Time to see what you can dig up. What do you say?
Alright, so with that we need to locate exotics, mine exotic, send exotics to orbit, and launch the dropship. So let's go ahead and claim our prospect and get on the ground.
Working with the Assembly's a smart bet, and they're moving faster than anyone out here. They've marked a zone on your map, supposed to be an exotics vein thereabouts. But it won't be there long, so I'd get a move on if I were you, and try not to come back empty-handed.
Alright guys, went ahead and got all of our starting stuff ready. Let's see where we need to head next. Looks like we're headed into the cold zone, so it's going to take a while to get ready for that. Looks like we're on the exact same map we just played, so we're going back to one of the same caves. So I guess we'll go build back in our valley over here next to that waterfall once more. But I think we're actually going to build up on top of one of the cliff faces so we don't get attacked as much. And we're currently under bad weather, so I'm going to go ahead and head that way, and I'll see you when we probably go ahead and get a basic base built out, and I'll see you once we get started. Well, since we're on the same map, like I said, we went ahead and built our first starting point of the base right here so we can break over into the cold zone where we need to get that exotic at. We're running out of time. We're at 22 hours. This is a 1-day mission. The good thing about this spot, lots of animals come through here, constant spawn, so if you don't mind fighting, as you can see, rabbits, like everything with the horse things, wolves constantly spawn here along with bears. So we've gone ahead and got enough fur together. We've mostly built our first set of gear. I just wanted to cover this really quickly for anybody who maybe this is the first video they're watching in this series. So let me go turn my light on. I need to get some investments into some kind of cheap lighting like the stick lights. Anyways, we went ahead and built the drying rack. We built the skinning bench, a regular fire, so we keep all of our food going here. Of course, you have to get the crafting bench started. On here we went ahead and built a rain reservoir and the stone furnace. Those are all the starting items that you need, along with the textiles bench. So the textiles bench is as high as you need to go in order to get the textiles you need to go into the cold zone. And again, all you need for that is the fur armor set. So we just need a little bit more fur and we're ready to go. From that, we built the herbalism bench. We'll probably go ahead and get a mortar pedestal out too. And we need to move up if we want to build some more items. I definitely want to get into at least steel and a bunch of bone arrows put together so that we can go fight the polar bears on our way to the exotic. And I'm hoping this is just the same worms in the caves. But being the Arctic zone, could be something new in there. I don't know yet. We'll find out together. From there, though, I did want to cover, since right now what we need is copper and iron to advance any farther, which will get us into the Stone Age, because I'd like to make this into full stone. Now, somebody in not my Discord, somebody on YouTube got back to me. I can't really pronounce your name. If I slaughter it, I'm sorry. But Frey Ira on there let me know that to pick up these pieces, all we have to do is hold Y, as in, well, it says we have to repair this one first. I guess it's damaged. Alright, so yeah, you just press Y. You don't have to hold it. Press Y, it destroys it, and it goes right back into your inventory, so that's good to know. I really appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know that. I just want to give a shout out to you and put it in the video. Like I said, if I don't know something and I ask guys, let me know. More than happy to give you a shout out and then tell you thank you and that I appreciate it. From there, though, we need to get into the caves and make sure my inventory is not maxed out. So of course, before you go in the caves, make sure that you're doing good on food. I like to keep my food pretty well stocked, as far as like my hit points being up high, my stamina being up high, even though the cave itself will probably give you pneumonia or something like that. Again, built on top of this rock, keep the buffaloes, the bears, and things away. So we're just going to drop down here. All the caves so far in the same position. If anybody wants any tips on your caves, when you leave the orbital, just follow the walls, and then when you go back to and from and around it, follow a different wall and you'll find plenty of caves. And then what I like to do is, while the map is open, I just take a screenshot and then I just mark on that map where everything's at. Alright, so this is a large cave. This one we didn't have to break into to open. Sounds like there's a bear around. I don't see him, so I think we'll be okay. Sometimes, of course, I'm burning my torch up, but it's fine. We need it anyways. On some of the smaller caves, you'll find ore outside here by the doors, so it's clearly marked. And if you look, you'll see the rock faces. I'll go cover one of those in just a second. And then you walk in here and you gotta fight the worms, so just ease your way in. Sometimes you can see the little nest they spawn from. There's one there. Try to shoot him in the head, and they're going to spit poison and stuff at us. Just jump over it, and you should be able to safe. Like, jump over it and towards them is how I like to do it. And that way the explosion doesn't hit you, because if it explodes and you just dodge left or right, or you step back and jump back, the explosion of the poison itself will still land on you. Don't go ahead and loot them. Wait for the next ones to pop. Sometimes they take a second. And these are the little nests, that little rock thing that was just right there. Oh, there he is. Well, usually there's one more over here on the large caves. Are you waiting on me to get too close? Come on, buddy. Maybe there's not another one in here. Alright guys, and that's how you loot caves. You can then pick up these worm sacks. We've been over that, I believe. And then there's all the ore types, and then right here we have silica, unfortunately. Not going to help us out a lot. That is different. Last time it was copper for me, which I wonder if that means the nodes outside have changed. I got lucky last time. There's a sulfur node right outside and a silica node outside, and then right here was copper, and then the next cave down happened to be iron, so it made life a lot easier. I want to say if this is just like the last map. I don't know if those are in the same spots or not. There was a mining node right here, and that is iron. So we've got an iron node right here, so that's perfect. Nice and close to the base. And then there's another one over there below our base. I hadn't looked at it yet. That was sulfur for me last time. I didn't realize those change. Sometimes when you come in and out of the caves, the worms despawn, or respawn rather, so they could come back. Make sure again when you watch your status element in the lower left, if you get pneumonia, you're going to have no stamina. But we're going to come back here and mine this. These are aluminum rocks, iron rocks, or these. Let me see. Look up at the ceilings too. We got some gold right there. That's good. We'll need that later. Let's see. This is copper. Pretty much right now, all we need is copper and iron. The rest of it we can come back for later. There's probably some platinum. I think I saw some platinum around the corner. More iron around the edges, and you can find coal in here too. Some more copper. Really? Is there no rare ore in here? Is it all basic stuff? I mean, we don't really need the advanced stuff. I don't really plan on building all the way up to a gun on this series. Here's some titanium. Oh, there we go. There's platinum right there. But like I said, I don't plan on building to a gun this time. I'm going to try to just do this with a bow and arrow and just walk through there. Unless the shotguns or something are cheap, then I might unlock one of those, because we are about to hit level 40. And like I said, here's one of the smaller caves, and on the outside of it, you can see we have some iron ore here. So a lot of times that's a good way to find them in case you're running by and you miss them. So there's a lot of times 2 nodes on either side of it. Sometimes you have to mine this out to get inside of it. This one's already open. And it's the same thing as the big ones. Watch out for the worms. And this cave's the same as the rest, so we're just going to go ahead and mine this one out and head back. Hopefully our base lasts through this flash storm. It might destroy it. Well, we mined that tiny little cave. Now we're back at the base. We need to get our forge laid out so we can start making some iron stuff. And we need copper nails, iron nails. Then we can get the mason's bench up so we can make our base into stone, which will keep it safe. It'll also give us some material to take to the Arctic zone for when we go after the exotic. So the first things first, we went ahead, like I said earlier, we went ahead and built the stone furnace. So let's go ahead and lay it down. We'll just put it over here in this area for now. Right, and then we're going to stack just iron ore on there for the moment. Let's grab some logs so we're going to get the fire started. Hit the activate button. That'll start making all this into iron ore. And then we'll add in the copper and the gold so that can start... Well, we can't smelt gold on this one, but we can smelt the copper. We'll just store the gold there for now. And once we get a few more things made, we can go ahead and make these steel ingots. That's going to be... We need steel bloom for that. So for that, we'll need to make the mortar and pestle, which is going to take stone and silica ore. As you can see, the storm that came through, it set the forest on fire. And it, it wrecked our base pretty bad. We weren't home to do anything about it. So if we look at it, we're at 640, so it looks like the wood can take it for just a minute. Like I said, we'll get all this upgraded to stone before long. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to go ahead and mine out that big cave, get us some more iron ore, because it's going to take a lot to get the nails that we need to get the anvil done so that we can get into steel weapons and tools. Once that's done, then we'll be ready to head into the cold zone. So I'll see you guys once we get there. Continuing to progress, the next thing, like I said, we needed to build is the anvil, so we're going to craft one of those now that we've had some iron ingots finish up. And we also are going to go ahead and craft a mortar and pestle, because we finished... or didn't finish anything, but we went and got some silica ore on the way back from our cave right here across the stream. So we'll go ahead and craft one of those too. We could craft the cooking station, but we really don't need it. We already have the herbalism bench. So these 2 items, we should be able to start moving up into steel, which is where I want to get to so we get better tools and better weapons. And we'll lay those over here just because it makes sense to me. Let's go ahead and put our oxide in, keep us alive. I'll put this next to the herbalism bench. Let me go ahead and turn my light on so y'all can see. And then we'll lay the anvil right here. Actually, I like to kind of keep it towards the center because I use it to repair all my stuff constantly. So right here, we can now make our longbow. We really don't need a steel spear. It can come in handy. It's just it's 24 steel ingots, so it's really, really expensive and it didn't seem worth it. But the longbow is totally worth it. It's 24 wood, 32 leather, and 4 bone. Super cheap and nice. Both these tools, it's going to take 12 steel ingots, a couple of iron nails. Nails can be made here. 1 iron ingot per 10 nails. We're going to pump out about, going to do like 200, so we'll say 20. Hit craft on it, so it's going to pull that out of our inventory, which is great. We do want the steel knife. Let's go ahead and see if we have enough to go ahead and make our bow. Of course, we're already in bone armor too. I built a set of that. That's the first thing I build when I get to our textiles bench. And I do honestly like to make 2 of the longbows. It comes in handy because they break kind of fast. So they'll craft once our nails are done. And from there, we just need to gather up some more resources to finish our boots for our fur feet armor, just so we can get that extra arctic exposure resistance. And of course, do some more mining so we can get the proper stuff we need to make the steel bloom. Like I said over here, if you look, we need tree sap. We can make tree sap out of sticks and out of wood. So we're going to get some of that started. Just hit max on that, hit craft. Click on this one, hit max on it, queue it up. That should give us enough to get into steel bloom. We're going to have to go get us some sulfur to make some epoxy. And besides that, you can use iron ore, iron ingots, charcoal, just lots of recipes, coal ore. Okay, we went ahead and made some epoxy using our mortar. With the epoxy made, we should be able to now make our, well, we need some more stone, so I need to find some stone really quick. All right, so with the epoxy made, we can go ahead and make our machining bench, which should allow us to get into some more recipes. And on top of that, we can also make the masonry bench now that we have iron nails. Again, that'll allow us to make stone, so we can make stone buildings, except that we just used up all of our wood. All right, so it looks like I'm out of wood. I'll have to go gather some more of that. Then we'll make the masonry bench. We'll go ahead and put down the machining bench. I guess we'll just put it right here in the center for now. Press F to interact with that. That has a ton of recipes in it for all the stuff that we can make, like the better thermos, fire extinguisher, all kinds of good stuff, the composter, oxygen tank, the electronics, and everything else that we need to get into the more advanced recipes. Again, we're probably not going to do most of those this time around. We'll go into all that later. The biofuel deep mining drill is definitely really, really useful. But I just wanted to get into this. I was trying to figure out where to make the rusty shotgun. I'm not sure where that gets made at or if it's even useful. But I think I am going to spec into another weapon. We did hit level 40. We currently only have 12 points though, so I'm trying to be careful not to use them all. But I'm thinking about going into the shotgun so we can have an easier time with the bears. And then we'll have to go into, of course, some shotgun shells. And we'll probably go into these. They look like they're pretty easy to make, and it only takes 26 steel ingots to make the shotgun. We could go for the bolt action rifle, but we already have a rifle at tier 4, so I don't see the point. And then I would like to get into some of the specialty ammo, like the explosive shells. Those sound like a good time. I'm not really sure what it takes to make those. It's different per shell. So I guess let's go ahead and unlock the shotgun, and we'll do the basic shells for now. And your gunpowder, it's made over here at the mortar, and that takes a bunch of sulfur, so I've got to do a lot of gathering on sulfur. I have yet to find a node to put a drill on. Probably won't drill it, just make enough to get by. So let me go get some wood together. We'll get the masonry bench done, and I'm probably going to rip this thing apart and rebuild it in stone. Alright, so we're prepared to now head into the Arctic cold zone. If we look at our closet, you can see we've prepared all the current clothes that we need. 100 shotgun shells, and the shotgun never used it, so I'm really hoping it works out great because shotgun shells are stupid expensive. We've got all of our stonework, fireplace, door, drying rack for meat, an extra bow, and a steel knife, so that should be everything we need to go into the zone. I'm not going to make all the potions and stuff this time. I think we'll be fine without them. We did make the thermos, so I had to make the more advanced furnace so we could smelt glass. And cement machine so we could make that furnace as well. Yeah, from there I don't think we have anything else we really need to do. We do have tons of mats left that we can use to make other things. The only thing left that I do want to go over though is I want to get a horse mount in case we have to come back or in case we run into trouble. So what we're going to do is we're going to hunt that down. I did say we'd go over some of the more advanced things. So first things first, I'm going to run around until we find one of the thesauruses, or I'm just going to call it a horse, and its baby. And we'll take down the horse, and then once the baby's the only thing left, we'll be good to go. Alright, we got lucky we found one right here. So we'll take him down, get our arrows back, harvest his body. Of course, we're going to just harvest it instead of pick up the arrows. I've been leaving the meat laying around. I'm not worried about the bones, we've got plenty of those. So now we'll go up to this guy, press F to lead the creature. He should follow us back. Now you're going to want to make sure that you've been harvesting wheat and various other things like this grass here so you get seeds so that we can make feed. Okay, so like I was saying before we get interrupted, make sure you've been harvesting wheat. This is wheat. So you're going to need a bit of this and some seeds. You can turn that into the horse feed. So then we'll take him back to our base. So I went ahead and built a second floor with a ramp. Hopefully he can get in here. Hey, buddy. Come on, you can make it. Can you come into this side? There you go. So I was trying to make it upstairs so there'd be room for him to get around without getting in my way constantly. Yeah, my dude, you can't. Alright, so I'll figure that out in a second. It's probably going to take me a minute to get him somewhere easier. From there, you need to come over here to your crafting bench. You need to build a food trough and a water trough. I've already got those made. On top of that, if you want to ride him once he's done, you're going to need a saddle. Joe went ahead and made one of those. And then you're also going to need an animal bed. This is to get the taming process going. Alright, now that we have him where we want him to be at, which is upstairs, nice empty spot, we're going to tell him to stop following. And then we'll grab his bed and his food and put it down for him. Hey, once you have those items in place, use your canteen. You can fill up the water trough. So you just look at that, press F to fill it. And then you can go to your personal crafting menu, and that's where you can make your feed. So we have the wheat on us, we just need some more seeds. So I've been saving all the seeds since we started. Don't make too much, probably just do like 2 at a time or something, because it will go bad over time. And then we come over here and we'll just, you can split the stack if you just want to put 1 in at a time. We'll go ahead and just put 2. Make sure he has enough to eat because he is hurt. And if you look at his meter, it tells you if he's sleeping, hungry, thirsty, happy. And based on that, it'll start the taming progress, which is at 0% right now. It doesn't take too long. Most things, I'd say around 10 to 30 minutes. Depending on how it's going and how well you keep him fed. And that's how you tame a horse, guys. Alright, that's how you tame any mount, rather. Animals will try to attack him, though. That's why I wanted to put him on the 2nd floor as high as I could and as far away from everything as possible. We can ride him in and out here. That shouldn't be a big issue. If it is, we'll just build another ramp out this side and then come this way where it's more level. From there, once he's full grown, we'll throw the saddle on him and then we will head out to the Arctic to go find that, what is it that we're hunting? The exotic that we're after. And we're ready to head out. Now we're going to grab a bunch of food to take with us. The horse is already loaded up, ready to carry what he can. So we'll take some of it. We'll take all that. Why not? We can just throw it away. We have plenty left here. And let's grab a small stack of this. And we'll use that for health kits if we need to. So we've got the shotgun and everything else that we need. Horse is fully tamed, loaded up with all our stuff to build our next house. And let's see if he can get out this door. Alright, so I know it's been a minute, so we're headed over here to the ice zone, to that big cave we looked at on the last video. Always try to conserve some stamina in case something decides to attack you. While riding, if you need to, you can press and hold down left alt key and you can look around. Okay, we're going to park next to here, so hopefully he doesn't get hit by poison. Go ahead and get our bow out and ready. Hold down R so we can swap to our bow and arrows, make this faster. Make sure he's in stay mode.
This is the zone. It's around here somewhere.
Alright, what we're looking for is this rock right here, exotics. Go ahead and see if we can't break it.
That, my friend, is exotics. They'll want a little more than that, though.
Alright, guess we need to look around and find some more, see if it's marked on the map by chance. I guess it says search this area, so maybe it's in a crevice or something. A lot of gold and platinum in here. It's almost nighttime. We're going to have to set up a base here soon if we can't find something a little bit more defensible, because at night it seems like the scorpions and stuff come out. Here's a polar bear. I guess this is as good a time as any to check out the shotgun. So it holds 8 shells. Not bad, but that's only level 54. I definitely like my rifle a lot better. Cost-wise, it's way more efficient for these guys. Now let's take a peek down here really quick, see if we can find some more exotic. It looks like we have one right here. According to the mission, we're good on exotics with those 2 that we found, so we're going to head back to base and see about building and deploying an orbital exchange interface. Alright, so to make this item that they want, we're going to have to go into the tech tree under tier 2 right here, orbital exchange interface. It's made on the crafting bench, 7 iron, 7 copper, 8 rope, and 10 wood. So let's go ahead and make that on the crafting bench. It's right here at the bottom of the interface. We can craft that. There's also the short range radio. I believe that's allows us to accept missions. Let's have to place these outside. Let's go ahead and get them set up. Let's see, do we have a spot somewhere? Maybe out front. And sprained our ankle. Great. Yeah, I think we'll try to set it up here. Hopefully it doesn't land on the house and break it. Worst case, we maybe put a platform down out here. And then let's set up the radio. I built it just to see what it's all about. So we interact with that to receive a mission from Simple. Missions currently are not available in this session. Click button below to radio in a request. Alright, let's check this out real quick. Press F to interact. And then deliver to station.
That's it, partner.
Danger.
You're finished here. For now, at least.
Oh yes, departing.
The assembly can be slow to trust people. But if you keep this up, you'll do well with them.
Oh, looks like mission's complete. Let's go ahead and get out of here and start the next one. Well, let's check out the end of action report and see how we did. Looks like we left at level 43. Not bad, not bad. Doing pretty good. Tons of points left over to spend on some of the next missions if we need it. Currently sitting at 738 Ren, 52 exotics. So we're getting closer and closer to being able to buy something nice over here in the workshop. Most of the stuff I want is going to end up costing us exotics. So we're going to save those up. I'm not sure exactly where to go for first yet. Pickaxes would be cool to have like a nice one to start off with. Just to be able to go ahead and move right into iron and steel. From there, we'll be moving into the next mission soon, so we'll have to go back to new and check out the missions and see which one we want. I'm not exactly sure where to head from this direction. I kind of want to finish out this whole tree before we move on. At least, I might hold off on some of these tier 3s. I'll say these tier 3s, but like the 3-star ones. I guess we could do Homestead Construction next. It's another one-day mission. Let's build a base for Icarus VIPs. That could be cool. Maybe we do some cosmetic work on that one. So I think we'll look into that one next and see how that goes. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. As always, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like the content. Thank you to the guy that told me how to move the walls on YouTube. Appreciate that. I'm always watching comments, so feel free to leave one. I'll get back to you all as soon as I can. And thanks for watching.